話を見直してください。ポッドキャスタディ。
So lately, there's been a trend going on. If you're on TikTok, then you know the behind the door challenge, which is basically just women in a dark room hiding behind a door, like slightly ajar, like slightly open, and they walk past with a titty out, with a full breast exposed. Which, me being any fucking person, I have no problem with it. It's a body. Welcome to the human fucking body, people. I know a lot of you don't know what this looks like or are scared of a nipple, scared of a titty for some odd reason, like we're terrified. That's not the problem. The problem is not random women showing their tatas on a fucking app, which a lot of people say, oh, it's an app made for children. It's an app made for kids. Oh, we can't let the children see the boobs, which I agree. We shouldn't let children see nudity, but there are 10 times worse things on TikTok, such as advocating for drug use, e-begging, which e-begging bothers me a lot. E-begging, if you don't know what that means, is basically people going on the internet and saying, "Oh my god, this horrible thing happened to me, give me money." I understand that, but it's the people that will sit on lives at 2:00 in the morning with their children screaming in the background. And I mean just bloody murder scream like they just got the ever-loving shit kicked out of them. And they're just like, oh, give me money. I'm so poor. Give me money. I need it. TikTok is my job. The internet is my job. No, the internet is not your fucking job. You are just too goddamn lazy to get off your ass and go actually apply yourself. So you hop on these TikTok lives where people will pay just to do it. So that's on the app too. Multiple, and I mean multiple accounts of pedophilic nature and acts on the app too. Like so many grown adults talking the way they do to young children, to children in their 13s, 14s, in their teens. People are like, oh, this person is bad, and then never talk about it again. I never hear anything about it, like a call to action, bringing these accounts down. Just going after them. I hear it happen once. Radio silence. But when there's titties on TikTok, everybody decides to have a fucking conniption. I mean, go tag TikTok and everything. Go on Twitter, tag them in that, make videos tagging TikTok saying, oh, guess your terms of service. No. They're only mad because the terms of service got them, because you have full lighting. I hate to tell you this, but the reason that you are getting banned is because you are doing basically the same thing, but with full lighting, so they can actually scan the video and see that it is not content made for that app. I hate to tell you. And the point of today's podcast was to be moral figging on the internet, which is just putting your own personal morals into things that don't need to happen. Like, obviously, if there are bad things happening on the internet that have very liable legal proof to them, yes, by all means, please go to your local law enforcement, go to whoever the fuck you need to go to have these people locked up, put in chains, and get off the internet for forever. But if there's just some random person on Twitter that decides to put their opinions, like they support all this weird shit, or they support this shit that you don't agree with, and your first reaction is to make a tweet saying, go to this person's timeline, go to all their social media, call them a nasty motherfucker, call their jobs and give them all their emails, dox their family, harass their family, take away their source of income simply because they did something on the internet that you did not like. That is the lowest scum of people. Life ruination will never make sense to me. And that's one thing that comes from moral figging on the internet, is life ruination, where people are so cool with taking away everybody's way of living just because of their internet presence. And anonymity is no longer existent. in this age of the internet because everybody wants to be known. And if you try to be anonymous, and of course you say some very non kosher things, people are going to see it and rip you a new one. Why? Because your opinions don't align with theirs. For a generation that is so for speaking your mind and having public platforms that you could share opinions that may not agree with others, a lot of us, I'm not saying myself because I am one where you speak your opinions, that's your opinions. I may not like them, but that's you. I can say mine, you can say yours. We disagree, we go our separate ways. That's how it always should be. But this generation of people that want to take your opinions and twist and turn them into World War III simply because they disagree. I want to know who raised these people, who raised the people that are so okay with going after others' lifestyles. Like we constantly talk about, we constantly talk about rich white men or old people in office putting their ideals into the world, and we have to follow them. We have to follow the rules that they give us. But then we get mad when we have to follow their rules. So we try and say what ours are, and we get far. But then the old rich white people say what's on their mind, like, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck their rules. But then we're like, we don't want to be like that. But somebody else does it. It doesn't even have to be some random Twitter account that you came across on a Tuesday because you were sitting on the toilet for a little bit too long and you scrolled on the weird side of Twitter. No, it could be your friend, one of your best friends that you've known for years. Like the recent controversy dealing with the Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game. One of the things that Zach Galloway had said on VT Network was, we understand if you want to play the game. But mind you, this is one person from the LGBT community, the whole community that was saying this. This is one person, but I think his opinion means the best. We are okay with you playing the game. We just want you to acknowledge that J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit. And that's the thing. We can all unanimously agree that J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit. She has said some fucking stupid ass things. But for you to go after a friend of yours simply because they're like, I've wanted a wizard game. I've wanted a wizard game for so long. I have been sitting, counting the days off on my calendar, marking X's, crossing O's, sitting and just patiently waiting on the internet, typing it out, ready for a wizard game where I can actually go and I've been excited. And to say that your friends are transphobic or support anti-Semitism or racism or whatever ism that they support simply because they want to play this game, you are no better than the people that you complain about. That's what it always comes down to. The ones that always say, I am against fascism, I am against thought policing, I am against people going after freedom of speech, are the same ones who will attack you for having freedom of speech, but will never go after the ones that do need they do need policed. I will say this wholeheartedly. There are people on the internet that need policed. It's not the shit poster posting a meme he found on Reddit or 4chan that he had in his vault for 10 plus years. That's not the guy. I'm not talking about the woman who posts lewd photos where only like that much is baseline pornography. No, I'm not against her either. And I'm not against the video gamer who grew up in the Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty lobbies saying whatever comes to his mind because he thinks it's funny and it's a troll. I'm not against him. No, I'm against the people who support doing wrong things to animals and children or e-begging for people on the internet because they know that nobody knows their actual lives. They can sit there on a live and say, I need money, I need. Those are the type of people we need to police. And also the ones that are so cool. There was a video that came across. It was a guy making fun of people who vape. Or not making fun of people who vape, but the people who would do the like the old smoking ads. Where that person had that like electronic thing up to his neck. It's like, this is me, you're smoking. Don't do it. He made a video parodying that, and I thought it was funny. This woman didn't think it was so funny, even though she looked like she's, I don't think cigarettes are her worst enemy in life, if you catch my drift. So what did she do? She decided to find this man's personal email, find his job, and send an email to his work saying that a person that is employed by you is making comments like this. You need to fire him. And lo and behold, and I thought this was fucking hilarious because God, I'm an asshole with this. I think it's funny as fuck. She got a reverse Uno card, basically. Is, like I said, I don't stand for life ruination, but if you try and fuck with somebody's life and you have that happen to you because you tried so diligently and yet it just blew back in your face, yeah. I think it's funny. I find it hilarious. Do not fuck with somebody because of your thought opinions, because you are upset for somebody else. That's not your fucking problem to be upset about. Realize that. Think about that. That is not your idea to be upset about. So, in conclusion with this episode, if you're going to moral fig on the internet, please, for the love of God, moral fig about something that's actually important. Don't just do it because you're a salty bitch. Don't just do it because somebody disagrees with your opinions. Don't do it because you're upset with somebody else because you know somebody's third cousin, sixth daughter, twice removed, dog's uncle's babysitter's nephew's child. Don't fucking do that. You're just showing that you are the laziest piece of shit who has nothing else going on in their lives but to be upset about random stupid shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I greatly appreciate you for listening to another episode. As always, if you want to find my slow decline into madness, go to twitter.com/enoughsnuff. You can also find me at instagram.com/podcastdaddy. And if you want the actual video feed and see me talk with my hands and actually look at the camera instead of just hearing my soft, sultry voice in the microphone, go to youtube.com/podcastdaddy. And one last plug before we finish this off. I am a co-host on the show VT Network. You can find that over on youtube.com/VT Network, where we do not talk politics or religion. We simply talk about nerdy shit. If that intrigues you, go over there, give a listen. Tell them Gibby sent you. So, anyways, have a wonderful day. Be safe wherever you're at. And as always, keep your balls clean.